What is up, investors? Jason here. So today we're going to be talking about Cardano. Now, what we're going to be talking about is that there's an influx of new wallets holding ADA. We're seeing a rise of about 2,000 new wallets every single day. Also, there is an increase of projects now being developed as we're getting closer and closer to that Vasil hard fork. Now, the crypto market overall in general is still in very much bearish territory. We're seeing the price of Bitcoin determining a lot what the altcoins are doing. Now, at the moment, the price of Bitcoin is around $30,000, but we're seeing a transition daily between the prices of about $32,000 and $28,000, but it's been trading along nicely around the $30,000 price range for well over a week now, and it's been consolidating more and more and more. So who knows what's going to happen there, but there has been a lot of volume activity on Bitcoin, and there's also been a lot of more volume activity on Cardano as well, and same with a lot of the other altcoins that are out there. Now, when we look at Cardano and we look at the price currently, where we've been seeing Cardano hold above a price of around 50 cents, it seems like it doesn't drop too much below that 50-cent price, but it hasn't really been able to break above that 60-cent price yet. So we're going to get more into a technical analysis on Cardano, as well as talk about the different news that is out there as well. So now, as we get to it, if you don't mind, please do me a huge favor. Please be sure to smash, destroy, annihilate, or gently press that like button. Help me out with the algorithm, help spread the content to more people that might find it interesting, and subscribe if you have not already. Now let's get to it. So looking over at the price of ADA, where it's currently priced at around 52 cents at this moment. Now, we have been seeing a lot of volume activity in ADA over these last couple of weeks. Now, ever since that whole Terra Luna situation that made the crypto market go even more bearish from where it was, this has really sent a lot of the cryptocurrencies into a price that could be potentially more of an oversold territory, in my opinion. But a lot of the bears are saying that they could see the price of Bitcoin going down even lower. But we haven't seen such a thing with Bitcoin, as it's been trading sideways, and all the altcoins, for the majority of the altcoins, have also been doing the same thing since that whole Terra Luna fiasco sent them down even more. So Cardano has just been trucking along sideways. And the thing here is we've seen the MACD show a crossover, and this is having to do with the fact that there have been a lot more ADA being held on to. So that's been something that's been very beneficial, but we've also been seeing that with the price of Bitcoin. We're also seeing, Bitcoin having that crossover as well, and of course trading sideways in the same way. But the entire crypto market is doing the same thing. I mean, Ethereum is following it, Solana is following it. So everybody, for the most part, is just moving along sideways at the same pace here. So what could really happen here is the crypto market in general could possibly shift over to a bullish, being more bullish, and that could be very beneficial for Cardano, other than the fact that it has that catalyst with the hard fork to look forward to. But we are holding very nicely within these prices, these lower prices right now, and this is helping out with the accumulation of more and more crypto in general. Even though the crypto market is down significantly, we are seeing more people jumping in and starting to buy crypto again. So this is something that is helping us out. Now, if you look at the last time that Cardano had a hard fork, where it went from a price of around $1 in mid-July and then quickly went up to a price of above $3, leading into the Alonzo hard fork when the smart contract capabilities became available on Cardano. We had seen it go on a big rally during that time. Now, this time around, we're just seeing the price of Cardano much lower, but there was a lot more going on within the crypto market during that time when the last hard fork had taken place. Now, after Cardano had reached its highs, but there was a good amount of selling off that had happened. But in reality, there was really a perfect storm of things going on that had really helped out the price of Cardano going up, leading into the Alonzo hard fork. And something that a lot of people don't really mention is that the fact that the price of Bitcoin was priced around where it is right now. We had seen the price of Bitcoin a lot more bearish at that time, and then it turned very bullish, and it went on a really nice rally. Now, around the time that the Alonzo hard fork had come out, we had seen a little bit of a correction with Bitcoin where it dropped. Now, there was a lot of buying into Cardano during that time and a lot priced into it. So there was a bit of selling off that had taken place. So even as we were seeing Bitcoin go on another rally in October and then eventually go to its all-time highs in November, we didn't see such a thing happen with Cardano during that time. As after the Alonzo hard fork came, there was all that selling off, and then we just kept seeing the price of Cardano going down. It was in this falling wedge here. Now, the big question for me is, looking at ADA from a technical standpoint, not from a price standpoint, but a technical standpoint, is ADA technically valued more right now with all the dApps that have come out and that are still coming out right now in comparison to where it was when it reached its all-time high back in September 2021? That's the big question. Now, I don't mean that in a way to influence anybody or try to say that it's worth buying right now more so than then. We all have our different opinions and our own different tolerances, because the crypto market in general is very bearish, and there's a possibility for anybody to lose a lot of money on investing in anything right now. But from my personal opinion, I mean that in a way of saying ADA is, in my opinion, undervalued if we're going to compare it to where it was at its highs with everything that has come out since then. The Cardano ecosystem has been expanding, and we're getting a good idea, how much finance really is a big part of Cardano with loans and lending, stable coins, decentralized exchanges, so many different parts to it that it's growing on right now. Now, the current total value locked Cardano is $163 million, but I expect that number to grow a lot after the Vasil hard fork. Now, there's been an increase in retail investors holding ADA. Now, this could be a mixture of the lower price as well as, leading into the Vasil hard fork. But just over these last 30 days, there have been more than 70,000 new wallets holding ADA. Now, retail investors are not the only ones that are scooping up Cardano at these lower prices. We're also seeing the same thing happen with Wills, as Will transactions hit a 4-month high. And according to a recent statistic shared by Input Output, the number of native assets issued on Cardano has risen to 4.8 million. Now, a lot of these assets are NFTs. Now, since March, there have been more than 800,000 NFTs minted. And this Twitter user here also recently said that Cardano's NFT sales have touched $27 million in the past month. So a lot of things definitely worth keeping an eye on, especially as we lead into the Vasil hard fork and even after the Vasil hard fork. But as far as could we have hit a bottom, that I don't know. I think that we might have gotten close to the bottom if we have not already reached it, but anything, of course, could happen. Now, we are seeing a lot of this consolidation. We're seeing the price just continue to moving sideways with all the cryptocurrencies. So as long as Bitcoin, I think, is able to hold, that's going to be very beneficial for Cardano. And I think that we might see a nice little rally with Cardano leading into that Vasil hard fork. But anything could happen. Don't take that as any sort of advice, because the market is very unpredictable. But I'd like to hear everybody's thoughts and opinions as to what is going on with Cardano. And I will continue making these Cardano videos to follow up more, as well as many other crypto-related content. So anyways, that being said, please like, share, comment, subscribe. New content coming out all the time. Thank you guys for watching and listening. I'll see you all in the next one coming very soon.